Stage 8 of the Silkway Rally, the final chance for drivers to make an impact on the standings. The penultimate stage is the only one left for us. This Dakar Series race has been like none before. Drivers and crews experiencing the same feelings as the old African adventures. Al-Kanabad airfield yesterday was particularly poignant. The howling wind, sandy desert, and local camels really gave some of the feelings of deja vu, as though they were in Mauritania. But the crew still had work to do, and therefore they just had to accept the conditions, work their way through them. This rally really has been a very special experience. Today's stage is not the original route from the start of the rally. Instead, it combines the original beginning of stage 9 and the end of stage 6. As we head north and back to Turkmen, it's a royal appointment that takes us 370 kilometres back to the Caspian Sea. Just when you think all is said and done on the Silkway Rally, it throws another surprise. This might have been the last chance to get some proper mileage in. It didn't stop competitors pushing. Nasser Al-Attiyah has led from the start of the rally. From day one, he has controlled the gap to Sainz despite countless tyre problems. But today, his luck would run out. Despite saying last night he would simply go the pace of Sainz, follow him if need be, the Qatari couldn't help but push. He spectacularly crashed out. He desperately wants to finish, and therefore pushed very hard to try and get his Touareg fixed. He would do, but too far down to still claim a fall.
Just we came and I was very late brakes, but it was a strange roll, you know, and we landing. There's nothing happened in the front. In the rear, just only in the cabin, rear cabin, and the wheels, this was broke. But, you know, it was game over.
He did eventually fix the car and brought it back to service. But the management sent it back to Hanover. It meant Sainz inherited the lead of the rally. And with just 24 kilometres tomorrow, he is highly unlikely to lose that spot. Early on in the stage, he was watched as Al-Attiyah headed in the wrong direction. After a kilometre, Lucas Cruz's co-driver stated the Qatari was right, and so they turned back to follow. Unfortunately, Al-Attiyah was wrong. Sainz took his victory to lead the rally by over 20 minutes. Once back in service, the journalist knew exactly what this meant. He was swarmed.
He
said I drove maximum to catch my teammate in front. As we got to a double caution, Nasser made a mistake and did 2 or 3 rolls in front of me. So I stopped to check he was okay. He was, so I went. For the first time on this rally, as it draws to an end, Ginny de Villiers spoke about a back operation, which he had a few months ago. He's also said that he wasn't prepared to go the same pace as his teammates. He hasn't really been concerned about trying to win the rally, just pacing himself back into rally raid and using this as a test. This was the first day he enjoyed being back in Suarez. Mark Miller led de Villiers off track in the late part of the stage, quite significantly. The American had been the fastest VW in the early stage, and that mistake meant he had to push hard. He reckons the rally is invaluable for their Dakar preparations, but he'd prefer it to be a little slower. He finished today the last VW in 3rd spot. Fourth fastest on the stage was Alexei Berkut, who is continuing to recover from a mistake 2 days ago. The Mitsubishi driver was trying to move up a position in the overall standing and did. Bolt Vanagat placed 7th overall, just 5.5 minutes behind Southskins. Christian Levier was a returnee too to the top 10 today after his Nissan suffered yet more technical issues yesterday. His Team de Souda run car is not his usual machine and is now 8 years old. That's what he blames for its failings on this rally. He was 5th today and lies 7th overall. Ruslan Misakov wasn't that concerned about his position, more interested in simply finishing the rally, but nearly ended yesterday swimming in the Caspian Sea and sliced 2 toes off. Yet he carries on. 50 minutes off the pace of the lead cars over the 370 km stage was Ilya Kuznetsov as he continued to push. He finished 7th today as he's trying to catch fellow Russian Misakov, but he simply doesn't have the miles left in the rally. Today wasn't Benediktas Vanegas' strongest performance compared to his giant filling yesterday, but he still continues to be strong. The Lithuanian motorsports president is now 8th in the standings, having lost a spot over the stage, but he has loved the Silk Road Rally, running his own vehicle. Paris Salkins runs a similar machine under the Riga Rally Raid banner and is recovering after losing an hour digging out Podolska in June last night. The long-time Dakar participant managed to climb to 6th overall. And even the fans went to extreme lengths today to see their heroes in action. Just look at these 2 motorcyclists, right in the wilderness. It'll be a long ride home. So Sainz won the stage from De Villiers and Miller. Burkett was 4th and Lavier was 5th. But overall, it's all changed now. Sainz leads from Miller, De Villiers in 3rd, Misakov up to 4th, Kuznetsov up to 5th. Just as in all motorsport, drivers in the Silk Road Rally need sponsorship to compete. But for one team, it's very different. The green flag of Turkmenistan sits proudly on 5 vehicles entered by their government, as they use the event to promote the country to the rest of the world.
Честно говоря, это инициатива нашего президента.
Says it was an initiative of the president of Turkmenistan, who wanted to create a national team. I was lucky to have the chance to be selected to participate in the Kamaz factory. Drivers were selected from the performance in karting series, so this represents their first experience off-road. This is not a classic rally because every second on a normal rally is very important. Here it's different. It's a marathon race over about 4,000 kilometers, so you need to be really consistent and mechanically sympathetic.
Выносливость машины, выносливость пилота, штурмана, механика.
The Turkmenistani truck team is run by Works Kamaz factory, and their driver coach is 5-time Dakar champion Vladimir Chagin.
Наверное, все спортсмены мечтают о таком тренере, о таком воспитателе.
It's a childhood
Мне
dream,
лично повезло. Я рад этому. Я с маленьких лет
which has now been
мечтал об
realized.
этом. Моя мечта сбылась.
The trucks always produce high drama, but today they're a little bit more circumspect, as they took in the beautiful scenery of Turkmenistan. Mathis Beringer, who is fast assistant for Matthias Karl, moved up to 8th in the standings in his MAN. 9th is Jan de Roy, who is acting as assistant for his son. He enjoyed today's stage, which reminded him of a classic Mauritanian challenge. Ayok Mekiev continues to be the best MAN in the rally, 47 minutes off the lead, in 10th spot today. Martin Masak has much experience in Dakar races and lies 7th overall, but it's not without sacrifice, his Liège truck constantly needing new parts when back in service. Coming into the day, Vladimir Chagin was hoping to be able to break back into the top 5 after his failure a few days ago, but the Kamaz legend just didn't have the commitment of previous days. He was outpaced by his inexperienced teammate Nikolev, and then an error in the final part of the day meant he lost 10 minutes, ending the day 4th. It was not to be enough. Ilgazar Mardev was Chagin's target, lying 5th spot. Mardev just needs to hope there will be no more major issues with his truck. His quick change of a throttle cable yesterday down to his many years of experience as a service assistant to Vladimir Chagin. Eduardo Nikolev graduated in the same way. First he was a mechanic, then a navigator, And today, the 25-year-old outpaced his idol Vladimir Chagin. Fastest over the first two checkpoints was certainly enough to make sure he would finish ahead of Mardiev overall. But more importantly, it made him seal the drive in the 2010 Dakar. Pratt was ecstatic to have won a stage after a difficult week aboard his Patra. It's only a privately run truck, but he is serious about his racing. He praised his co-drivers today, who were faultless, and his mechanics for fixing the poor steering, which has dogged his rally to date. If only he had more days, he could be a real contender, as you can see, passing Gerard Roy on the road. Alice produces his own energy drink, as well as his own alcohol, and he used a little bit to celebrate at the end of the day.
So we can say the first clear stage, that's most important, no technical problem, and after that we can see that it's possible to compete, yeah. But unfortunately the rally is almost finished, so there has been some shortcuts. So we would prefer longer stages, yeah, and more stages if possible. We will see. We wanted to attack to other places, but that's even not bad. We got the podium right now, so we have to be satisfied.
Gerard Roy admits he needed more time with his Iveco after suffering yet more issues today. This time, his shock absorber was sticking, giving the truck an extremely strange driving characteristic as it locked to one side. When he arrived at the end of the stage to see his rival still waiting there, he was amazed to have only missed 10 minutes to Kamarov. The Russian driver is still leading the rally by nearly an hour now, and is surefire to add this to his Dakar victory just 8 months ago. So here are the stage rankings. Lopez beat Nikolaev by just 25 seconds. Kamarov was also in touch. Chagin 8 minutes down, and De Roy a further 5 behind that. Kamarov leads the rally by an hour now over De Roy. Lopez, Nikolaev and Mardiev were fighting yesterday, but now it's pretty stable with 3rd, 4th and 5th. So that is the end of all the serious rallying. Just one more day left tomorrow. It's only 24 kilometres of special stage, and everyone can relax and enjoy the bivouac here on the Silkway Rally.